Hey guys! So, last time, for what I remember, we actually became a presidential republic. That is indeed the case, which had the unfortunate and unforeseen consequences of us losing our beautiful golden color. Though this one is not too bad either, to be honest. I've been thinking quite a bit about the current game plan. And apparently it is indeed the case that if you have elections and one of your interest group is not in power during those elections, they might have quite a bit of trouble to actually get back into being relevant, which means I might consider doing something like going into oligarchy or technocracy, which might not even be that bad, because if I recall correctly, command economy requires either autocracy, oligarchy, single party state, or technocracy. So either way, we cannot really have elections, at least universal elections, right? Or single party states, I think they have kind of elections. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, they have political strength per vote. Single party state is kind of weird. I actually have never played with it, so could be interesting, but as is, we wouldn't be able to get the trade unions in power with it, so probably switch into oligarchy. Let me see who supports what. Intelligentsia looks like they are some kind of moderates, and they're Republican. Yeah, that makes sense. And they actually, I managed to give them quite a bit of power, so maybe I will try to empower industrialists a bit more and see how it goes. That might be the plan. So yeah, that's one thing. I've been also thinking that about the construction thing. Actually, yeah, let me check something. How much does, for example, Spain has construction? Of course, it's AI, but yeah, they have 300. Great Britain has not 800, but of course they are the biggest economy in game. At least I think they are. They are annexing some of the Indian miners and also have taken a bit of land from China, so they actually have way bigger population than they usually would have. Right? Let me see. Yeah, they are the biggest economy. So what I think is kind of confusing me is I didn't notice my construction sectors were still wood for quite a long time, and then I suddenly switched to iron, which made me just gain so much more construction, which also means that my capitalists are not really catching up. They don't have enough money to pay for all of the available construction points, but that should be solved in time, I think. Oh yeah, one thing someone told me to do is to remove the agitators that are intelligentsia and add some unions, and possibly that will empower them, but it's only 1.8%. It's probably nowhere close to it being enough. I mean, both of those guys kinda suck anyway, so I might just remove them anyway. I do have total separation. I have freedom of conscience, so that's still a bit of power towards the church, but actually let's take a look at the laws overall. So over here, yeah, appointed bureaucrats would be pretty nice to change. Industrialists would hate it that much. Minus 20. It's because of the positivists. Yeah, they strongly endorse. Is it in something else, or is it just positivists? Just the positivist thing, so that they will actually turn around on it eventually. So yeah, probably the current plan now is to remove, and those guys are Republican. Oh yeah, so this actually has no effect on the voting rights. So that's interesting. They would like elected bureaucrats, and it's probably only them who support. I don't think the intelligentsia supports elected bureaucrats usually, and they are a bit more technocratic. Yeah, they like appointed ones, which is a bit of a problem. Also, I'm at war. Looks like it's just... What's the goal here? Oh, I'm actually annexing those guys. Oh, that's fine. What am I building? Some ports, oil rigs, universities. I mean, all good stuff. But yeah, I'm also not really able to afford. There are some annoying movements. I probably should be kicking out those guys. They're really not useful for me. This guy is 62, so not as much of an issue, but this guy is a bit of a problem. A few radicals, but probably can live with it. And let's see if I can invite someone actually decent. No. Who's available? Barely anyone, actually. Guy with syphilis. Yeah, I think like the character health is a bit of a broken statistic. It doesn't seem to have that much effect on people's longevity. At least nowhere close as what you'd expect. My other plan was to actually focus on building up my army and navy and go for Mexico and maybe actually become a great power. But the money situation is a bit difficult. Though this construction will finish only 26 weeks, there's going to be about 2.5 million. Easily can tank that. And once that's gone, I will be earning about, what? Almost 150,000 per month. We'll see. Yeah, so I think current plan is to get more military and go for Mexico. Currently they don't have numbers advantage, but still, I'm afraid that someone might join. United States probably wouldn't, they hate Mexico too much, but someone else might. And if there's enough time, maybe I will add Portugal and Brazil to my customs union, but I'm not sure if it's... Brazil is going to be a ton of bad boy points, right? Yeah, 72. That's oof, rough. I might go for some states that they have, like half controlled. Yeah, Amazonas. Okay, those guys are next. It's actually the only state that they have not fully controlled. So this is some nice states just to incorporate. This is almost no one lives here, but 1 million people here, that's pretty okay. There seems to be some issues with market access, but I'll get to it when I get to it. Only landowners can support it even when they're not in power? I was not actually... Yeah, I guess that happens sometimes. Yeah, full institutions. Wait, no, I actually could have more health institution. I definitely want that. This is actually a bit of a priority. Let's see how our taxes. Taxes are super well, but that's probably because of the... Oh, that means I have actually a possibility to get some better light ships. That's important. Brazil hates me. That's to be expected. But the appointed bureaucrats, yeah, they make taxation capacity better. It's unlikely to get me 50% opposition. That's not gonna happen. If I can get anything else that would be useful, because I'm not working on anything currently. I really like National Guard for the conscription rate. Petite bourgeoisie would like it. And intelligentsia would oppose it, but not that much. They wouldn't be really pissed off. 23% and probably no stall? That should be actually doable. Oh yeah, there is stall because they're in government, never mind. But still, that might work out. And it's not like it really changes much with how people like me. Better to do this than just sit and do nothing. More conscription will really make it easier to gain huge military numbers that will be needed against France to regain some of those parts of South America. How is the sound looking? Let me take a quick look. It should be fine. Should be that my voice is much louder than the game audio. And I am recording. Nice. Yeah, just don't build those barracks. No, thank you. How much will Mexico cost me in bad boy points? 50. That's expensive. And I have truce for 2 years, which is actually just perfect. Great Britain is going for Siam. And what kind of casus belli is it? They're actually going for conquest. Oh my god. It's going to be so ugly and they're gonna get it. I'm pretty sure. That would be annoying. I don't really want to weaken them. Okay, that worked out. I want them to become actually just more technocratic and less for universal voting. Not exactly weaken. I actually think I have, except for Brazil and those few European colonies. South America is completely mine, so that's good. And yeah, the conquest actually went super fast. I have a lot of time left actually, so that's good, because some of those parts will be rather difficult to finish in the end. How are the Germans doing, by the way? It's mostly about their market. Yeah, it looks like most of the German miners actually joined one or the other market. Saxon is struggling, but that happens to the best of us. That's a really good tech to have. And let's see. Nothing that interesting here. Actually, vulcanization would be nice, though I will get it pretty soon regardless. Those are actually pretty nice things, the better production methods for weapons. Actually, this probably should be a priority, because better production methods for barracks, that's really good. Gives you a really good advantage in wars. And if I could get mass conscription, that would be nice, but not really that likely. Is there anything I would want from here? Feminism eventually, because I would want to start going for women laws to get better percentages of workers in my pops, because those switch really slowly. Like you really need to do it relatively early. And maybe I should get socialism. Actually, because there are some values, hidden values, that increase support for some laws in your population, and I think socialism is one of those. Maybe like this. Most of my research now should be coming from the universities and the random spread anyway, so it shouldn't matter that much. Oh, and the success, that's good. Now I'm getting luck on the damn trolls when it doesn't really matter. So this is the steel frame buildings. We'll probably start to be slowly switching into it relatively soon. Let's take a look. Because of all the conquests, all the production methods need to be reset, which is very annoying, but what can you do? Yeah, I can definitely pay the wood. For the time being, public traded. Eventually I might switch to the private control, but that remains to be seen. That's not that important, I don't think. Well, it does give me more. Oh, I could actually. This production method does give me more capitalists overall, which is strengthening industrialists and also makes them gives them more money for private construction, which is also very important currently for me. Yeah, but the question is, do I want to go for automatic irrigation? Because I don't think I have that many engines in my market. Probably, yeah, not that many. I am selling a ton of those. Selling 300 to the British market. I'm number 4 producer. Better than France. Yeah, I guess I do have a 55 million GDP and also a few other nations. Like Bolivia is probably producing some engines themselves as well. And just switching, of course this will hurt my wine production, but eventually it's going to stimulate more engine construction, which is probably for the best. And more machinists, which is, they really like trade unions. So they would be ideal. Yeah, I will just switch to this and see how it goes. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, I really don't like all that micro with production methods. That's a bit much when it comes to clicking. No automation really needed just yet. Let's keep a finger on the secession movement of the this indigenous American group. Honestly, the secessions are really not much of a problem. Let them do their thing. And I need to burn down infamy anyway, so that's fine. Let's continue with this. More clicking. Nope, this one. Yeah, that's... I really wish there was some better way, but maybe I should be just using the other UI menu. And that I cannot see how do you switch from to this one. Like you can see the small icons. And never mind. What? Okay. Oh, whaling stations in... I got them in Ecuador probably. I thought for a second it was fishing wharves and I was kind of surprised what's going on. Yeah. Wait, I do have some steam donkeys, I don't really need those. No automation just yet. All the irrigation. Tobacco is actually... I use a ton of tobacco, so that would be really nice to increase my own production of that. Yeah, I just ignore all of those pop-ups and say that it's going to be solved itself, which probably is not the best way to do things, but it works out so far, so it's all good. It looks like I could use a bit more construction of stills, but maybe not. Wait. Okay. Those two are pretty much the same thing. Looks like there's a bit more fish in my market, but should be fine either way, doesn't really matter. I could have elastics, but I don't think they're really that good, from what I remember. Just look how much clicking I have to do. Yeah, that's fine. It looks like I could use more ceramics, but I will be using all of that glass pretty soon. I should have enough rubber for this, so let's try it and see how it goes. Not enough, but that should be solvable. Also, the rubber plantations might be just don't have enough people in them because they weren't really selling to anyone just yet, because no one was buying, at least in my market. I was probably just exporting most of it. So we'll see how it goes when I let it run for a few months. It might be able to fix itself. Now here's the question. I mean, if I'm not going to have enough steel and glass for this, then I won't be able to even think about changing my construction method, so it's probably the best to switch it. Maybe not use that much engines just yet. Independent artists, I always go for independent artists. I'm not really sure if that helps in anything. Hey, advance! I'm doing really well with this. Well, it's not really that relevant, but sweet. Yeah, nowhere close to enough engines and nowhere close to enough rubber, but rubber is probably... Let's see, yeah, there should be enough rubber. Yeah, the employment is going to be skyrocketing, though they don't have enough engines as well. Let's see how it goes. It's 400 now. Yeah. It is increasing, so the rubber should be fine eventually. Oh, those guys are revolting. I have just conquered you. They have like no troops probably. Yeah, actually no troops and they are revolting. That really doesn't make sense. They're not going to even have enough time to mobilize any troops. Well, that's kind of weird how this works in game. So I guess I should use some of my construction and just get more engines. Let's see, do I have any places with peasants at this point? I actually do, but looks like they're mostly in Zulia. Where is it? Yeah, it's actually in Americas. So do I want to build in Americas or focus them more in my actual Spain mainland? Yeah, Toledo has some free space. Yeah, let's get them in Zulia, why not? Cuba has some free spaces, Haiti, let them have a bit. Okay. And those should be really profitable, and they're also good for the economy because motor industries are almost always used for something, and they require a ton of goods like steel that are actually processed. So I think engines are a really good thing to base your economy, but you can always export them as well. Now they are pretty hard to trade because they cost a lot of convoys. Actually, I have a lot of convoys as well. I could use them for something. It looks like someone started exporting their engines to me. If I look at trade routes, buy goods, all, and look for engines. And no, I'm actually... Oh, I stopped exporting to Great Britain. Yeah, that makes sense. Stopped exporting like 300 engines. No, not my gold. Yeah, the Incas have a ship, but no troops yet, so it's going to be a tough revolution. And they're irregulars as well. What's their government? Nice flag, by the way. Yeah, they keep my government. So I'm not sure why they're only using irregulars. I mean, it doesn't really matter much, but well, I applaud them for trying. Did the British do their thing? Yeah, they did. Oh my god. Great Britain is doing some borders. Yeah, Ottomans also did their thing with all of Persia, this part of Egypt, and also part of Morocco randomly. And then they just started to slowly fall down. They ended in the French market currently. Egypt as well. This is interesting. Sicily is expanding slowly, so there might be Italy eventually, but that remains to be seen. And the rest of Italy is in the French market. France is really doing a powerhouse play this game, though they really haven't gone for Algeria that much, as they usually do. This thing is finished, so probably we'll be going for Mexico pretty soon. Yeah, I should probably just start regrouping my armies. What is this? Yeah, that's actually fine. Strengthening petite bourgeoisie, weakening the rural folk. That's fine. Yeah, so let's just stack all of my armies in one group, so it will be as easy as possible for me to manage all of this. I actually have more generals than I need, but that's also fine. The time can go, why not? Yeah, because you have to manage all the armies from the nations you annex, there's also a lot of stuff you have to control when you expand. And especially when you expand into so many small nations. It's just a lot of clicking you have to do every now and then. All of those armies needing to be integrated. have those. Yeah. Apparently, I didn't even realize that some ships. Like, yeah, there's nothing in this fleet. Okay, so I can get better artillery and also get better cannons production, which is always nice. I think I can easily afford it. I'm probably not even... Yeah, I have 4 foundries for cannons. It's not relevant either way. New campaign. I could be continuing to strengthen agrarian party still with such a huge momentum. Yeah, I'm almost getting events just for the progressive party. I'm not sure why. They want to weaken, but the annoying thing is if I weaken them, I'm only strengthening the agrarian party. And what do they like actually? Now that being said, it doesn't seem like they really care about things connected to voting. So maybe weakening the intelligentsia is fine. Oh yeah, also Germany controls a port in Netherlands, of course. Sadly 80% success rate, okay. And yeah, this is just one last fleet. Okay, so upgrade all light ships to frigates, and this actually works, so that's nice. And let's increase it to... So currently I have 24, so additional 26, and then a ton of ironclads will be also available. So 10 here, 5 here, 5 here. Eventually they will get 5 here and 1 here. And then you can have up to 50%, right? How did this work exactly? Let me just do a quick test and have 1-1, and it's still going to be fine, right? Yeah, but if I do like 2 and 3, then that's bad. Correct? Yeah, too many. You can only have... Oh yeah, so light, you just have to have light, the most of light ships. That's fine. It also means that probably you want to have a bit more than 50% of light ships, because during battles it doesn't always kill the units equally. So you might end up with inequality in the middle of battle, and that wouldn't really be ideal. So let's go for 30 additional ironclads. 5, 10 here, 5, 5, and that's I think 5 more, right? Actually, this should be let's go for additional 5. So this will be the navy done. Wait, what? Why did the construction methods change? Oh, probably because the capitals were building something and they didn't really finish it. They only finished it after I switched all of those things. Just annoying that I have to change them again. I think that's what happened. Still a ton of subsistence farms. Yeah. Oh, now the AI controlled the one province for a second, and now I have to change it back again. Especially some of those are really not ideal. I'm really not sure if all that automation was required in Ecuador in 1887, out of all places. And training method changed as well. Okay, fine. Actually, yeah, My balance is improving slightly. I'm no longer losing 100k a month, so that's good. There's more private construction going on and probably increased income in taxes as well. I do have a small issue with my current authority. How much I'm earning from wine, for example? Actually quite a bit of money. But plus 6% radicals, that's a bit annoying. That's starting to be a bit of a problem. Probably I also should be thinking about removing my cavalry pretty soon. Because once you get trench infantry, which has 30-40 stats, cavalry just becomes not that useful. Yeah, it has the same offense, half defense, and yeah, a slightly better kill rate and battle occupation, but that's not really that relevant in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, I have almost no artillery. Yeah, let's move all of the troops into one place, except like one infantry. You can actually see the numbers easily. Yeah, so there is way too much. Well, I mean, not too much infantry, just not enough cannons, basically. So 49 more cannons. Let's say 10 here, 10 here. I hope it will all balance itself, basically, when it comes to numbers of people to employ. So then I will have not even 200,000, which I probably will want to have a bit more. Let's see, America has 250 and they have a ton of battalions to be mobilized because of their militia. And they still have militia, yeah, national militia. And the European powers, yeah, they have also way more. Even Germany. So should I go to 250? I mean, ideally I would go even to 300, to be honest. And it's not even that expensive. Yeah, let's get additional 95 infantry. 10, probably if I do it with alt, wait, control. It's not always working, the clicking, at least not immediately. Maybe it's something with my keyboard? So now it's going to be 150, additional 50 more. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and additional 50 artillery. Yeah, I'm not really paying attention to where I'm building those things. Probably, if you want to be good, you probably should be paying more attention. And yeah, at least the number is going to be nice and tidy. And see, if I won't be able to actually afford them, then I will think about doing some changes there. So it's, in theory, it's 13 pages of construction, but it will be done in about a year. Because naval bases and barracks are built super fast. Monitors completed, that's sweet. Can I get some tech? No. I guess trade centers is fine. So let's see how the elections go. Yeah, not that much. Agrarian Party did become slightly stronger, I think. But still 100% legitimacy. It's super sweet. Not that many changes in cloud. A bit increase for the agrarians. But still absolutely fine. I do have this one unit over here, so that's not going to be perfectly round number. Let's reduce it by 1. And apparently I finished something about rubber. Let's see, how much rubber am I producing right now? Glass is starting to become a problem. Yeah, because of urban centers. Engines as well, though this production is increasing. Even coal is slightly expensive. Oh, where's the rubber? Wow, I'm producing a ton of it. Yeah, by far the biggest producer. France is number 2. Oh yeah, I guess they do have quite a bit of Sahel Africa already. Fair enough. Yeah, the deficit is decreasing. Inefficient agriculture, whatever. So it's like, how much private construction is there? 6 buildings. I guess the taxes are increasing basically. Okay, no longer there's state atheism. The old agitator died. Can I get someone more useful? Please. Suddenly 3 guys available. And I don't really like any one of them. I mean, changing to free trade would be pretty nice. Though it would piss off the rural folk, which would be a bit annoying. And it's not like... Wait. I do have protectionism. Oh yeah, so I already do have what I needed, which is the capitalist from privately owned. So I actually doesn't really matter. And free trade would mean slightly more competitive trade routes. That's fine. How much do I earn from tariffs? 11k. I mean, when there's 500,000 income, it doesn't really matter that much, but okay. I am earning an income now, despite actually still doing construction. So yeah, looks like the economy is booming. For some reason it only shows data from the last 2 years, but yeah, number 6, which means I've overtaken the United States and Germany. A big chunk of it is of course the fact that I was just annexing all over the place in South America, but still. Pretty significant. 26.7 million population, which is slightly above Ottoman Empire and below Japan by quite a degree. So now I have conscription centers, which I don't even really need to increase this because I mean, just the additional 0.5% of conscription rate is nice, especially when I have the priority of health system. And probably want to keep some bureaucracy just free for more annexations eventually. Though currently, so this will continue its construction for quite a bit more time, but can I start thinking about that Mexico? Oh, still I choose for... Wait, what? Oh, in a year. Can I reduce some autonomy? In Philippines, yeah, and they will accept. That's a bit of infamy. Can I annex someone tiny? Uruguay, are you okay with me annexing you? Netherlands would join. It's actually quite annoying numbers. Paraguay, how about you? No one cares about Paraguay. That's actually ideal. And they've done all of their colonization that I could want them. Oh, they actually control the part. They have split state with Brazil as well. So maybe I could go for those two eventually. But I want to keep Brazil maybe as a puppet, like for the roleplay within their current borders. We'll see how it goes. This state is kinda useless to me in its current form. But Bajo Paraguay is actually not too bad. 1 million population. Do they have... They don't have rubber yet, but they will once I take control of it. Agriculture, plantations, hardwood, coffee plantations. I'm not really using that much coffee in my market, I don't think. Yeah, I actually approve of producing coffee. What I need is tobacco. But even that... Oh yeah, I'm exporting 2,000. And they're still in my market, so it actually doesn't really change that much. Yeah, I will annex those guys, just to not have a... just to burn a bit more infamy. So this will probably end up in a war, but that's fine. Do I have industrialist general? Yep. I probably don't even need my own army in the fight. Peru, Bolivia is in. Argentina is not really mobilizing as much as they should, but British Raj is importing rubber from me. That's perfect, sweet. Yeah, and once those bases will be pretty much ready for when I go against Mexico. And I don't think anyone really likes them. Yeah, Germany, Ottomans and Austria like them. Well, that trio, hopefully they're not planning to do anything in the near future. What? Rubber rush, that's nice. Oil, yep, really want some oil. Oil, yep. Venezuela has a ton of oil, so that's pretty good. Oil is probably way more useful than rubber, because you need it for some automation techs and a lot of other things. Though rubber is also often a problem. Usually you cannot really count on AI to be doing the production of this stuff. You have to control those lands directly, which hopefully will be fixed with the next DLC when you can actually do direct investments in nations. But we'll see how it ends up in practice. I'm actually not entirely trusting Paradox with their current execution of things. Like, looking at how the war system looks, on paper it's not too bad. Like, I really like the idea of just simplifying the war, because it's not really the purpose of the game. And what you're supposed to be focusing on is economy and also laws to some degree. But I don't think... One thing is how some of the systems don't really make sense, like how the individual provinces, like those small pieces, they aren't really not nicely visible like they are in some places. Wait a second. I'm not sure why I cannot see borders of those tiny provinces. But anyways, there are like units to have their actual place, or like over here, for example, actual space they are in. Oh yeah, like this unit is in this tiny part of the state. But also this is kind of abstracted and it's not really used for everything else. Like right now they moved instantly to this front line, but under certain conditions they actually won't do that. So this is one thing, but this kind of issues are not that much of a problem. But sometimes the issues are things are just not working. Like things are buggy, occupations are not working. What I had once when I played the Ottomans and France was trying to do a naval invasion on Constantinople and then failed, but the game somehow thought that they did. The occupations showed that it was 100% Ottomans, 0% France, and then another window with 0% France. They were gaining war score on me from having the capital somehow. It feels like that happened all the time, unfortunately. Oil in Navarra. Oh, that's really nice. Taming Amazon. I can exploit Amazon. How does that work? While rubber and its properties have long been known to us, traditionally its uses have been limited and consequentially commercial demands have been low. However, with Industrial Revolution in full swing and new uses for rubber found by the week, calls for increased production have soared. Steps must be taken. Okay, but what do I have to do? Urban centers or rubber plantations? Urban centers or rubber plantations and railways. Yeah, but the thing is, I'm not going to be able to get enough rubber plantations in those places because it's a tiny state, so it's not really relevant for me. Yeah, I can get one rubber plantation there. I mean, sure, I will get it, but it's hardly relevant for me. I'm starting to make money, and there really still is not that much private construction, so I guess my tax income is just increasing that much. Yeah, wasn't it only 500,000 when I looked just a second ago, and now it's 500,000 and 50,000 more? It's a pretty quick increase, to be honest. Luckily it's pretty much just on time, because all of those barracks will cost me. And Mexico is embargoing me, though that's not the greatest timing, because pretty soon they will be joining my market, so I'm not sure if it's the best decision they could have made. Even more rubber rush. All over the place there's rubber. Yeah, it actually could be producing quite a bit more, but I'm not sure if it's really useful for me. I guess it's more useful than oil for the time being. Yeah, oil has no usage currently, only for pop consumption. Rubber, I am more exporting than I'm using myself, so maybe just getting more rubber would be nice, especially in those poorer places. I mean, I could afford to do it pretty much everywhere. And if I have construction going and still positive income, then pretty much just go for it, I suppose. Though it will be a bit of time before I actually get to those. Yeah, it should be fine. I'm starting to go into population levels that are high enough that my annual increase and population growth is enough to be actually like a couple of factories worth. That's when private construction is really nice, because you don't have to pay attention to this constant increase of population and workers. And actually, since I do have positive income, let's try getting some steel construction and see how it affects my... yeah, glass is the issue. That's because I'm almost exclusively producing Chinaware, porcelain. Yeah, that's... is it fine already? No, I can have a bit more normal glass. The issue is that there's all just very small buildings, so it doesn't change that much. But I'm still missing a ton of porcelain as well. Okay. So I guess I should go for ceramics. They want elected bureaucrats. I mean, I would love to. Let's see what I can do for them. So we have 21%, and intelligentsia is going to oppose, and industrialists are going to oppose. The only industrialists are going to be really pissed off. No, I can't really do this right now. I'm going to be a bit annoyed, but actually not, but they still love me. Let's see, how are the trade unions doing? Well, they gained like 0.5%, but not really as much as I hope. Yeah, let's get more. Oh, actually I have the advanced tactic training, that's big. Really useful. A bit more steel. I do have a ton of steel production. I'm actually kind of surprised. How much steel am I producing? 4,000. Damn. United States are kind of not as strong as I would think. Yeah, their GDP per capita is very low. Okay, that's kind of strange. That doesn't really happen. Germany is doing pretty well on GDP per capita, but their population, just the northern part, is not enough. It's really like Saxony has 3 million, Bavaria has 5 million. Even Baden has almost 3 million. That's a ton of population they're missing. Let's get more glass then, I guess. Is it good enough? No. I guess I just need more glass production. This could be arranged. Let's get a few more. Those is going to be increasing in a second anyway because of my naval expansion. Oh yeah, Paraguay has a ton of peasants. Yeah, from now on you guys are going to be my glass production place. And Cuba, of course, why not? And that should be good enough for quite a while. So before I even get to the construction of those places, it's actually, yeah, it's gonna be a moment. It's gonna be fine. Oh yeah, it's time to go against Mexico. Let's see. How are we looking? So I will get a ton of infamy from this. That means a lot of people will actually change their mind. Oh, that's actually kind of rough. Because it kind of looks like Austria and Germany and Great Britain are very likely to join. Scandinavia as well. Scandinavia, what do they have when it comes to military? Not that much, but I mean, Britain, Germany and Austria at once. They probably wouldn't join all simultaneously, maybe 2 of them. But I would be basically praying that France joins again and helps me, which I would ideally want to avoid. Maybe I should just go and try to annex someone else. Let's take a look. Egypt! Okay. Why do they like Banda Oriental, which is Uruguay, so much? They just have a good relationship, I guess. Okay, fine. Do they have more sympathy towards me for some reason? I think ideally I would... Yeah, it would be risky. They really like, they have a ton of sympathy. That's really weird. Like, sympathy is... It's kind of an annoying thing. It really doesn't tell you anything about why they like Mexico so much. And they absolutely 80 points. It's a ton. And let's see. North Germany. They have a good relationship basically. 58 sympathy. From Austria. Austria is almost guaranteed to join. They also hate me. Because Germany and Great Britain are slightly less, but yeah. Yeah, and this thing will change because I will gain 55 infamy, which is a huge amount. And it will affect pretty much all great powers. It's tough. I mean, on the other hand, pretty soon I could just go against the United States. I will have to eventually retake those states anyway, so Let's see, what would the word say if I say I want to retake this? Actually, yeah, actually no one really likes United States. So they would be alone in this. They do have 160 flotillas. And they are modern ships. Which would be a bit annoying. Army wise, I mean, they probably wouldn't go for full conscription, they usually don't. And I will have enough battalions to fight them once I'm finished with my current construction. So yeah, I guess I will have to just build up my navy even more. And I will have to probably prioritize it because navies build up their numbers pretty slowly. And yeah, since I'm already at 0 infamy, I probably should go and annex someone in the end, even though I don't really want to do this. This is Scandinavia, Netherlands, I don't really care about them. Brazil, I will just beat them up. It's 15 infamy. So the only problem would be if either United States or Austria joined. I think especially Austria is likely because they hate me. Or maybe I could annex someone in the south. Though I really like them just letting them just do their colonization for me. That would be ideal. So postponing their annexation a little bit. Or maybe Philippines? Would anyone care if I annexed Philippines? Netherlands, apparently. And only Netherlands. Are those guys my puppet? Yeah, so I could just invade from the south. Do I want to annex them that much? I think they have a fair amount of Spanish population in Visayas, if I recall. Yeah, I mean almost 500,000. It's not like I'm just annexing people I would discriminate and then turn them into radicals. And I mean it's 2 states. Well, 3 states with decent population. Mindanao, it's not that great, it's not a full million, but 800,000, that's not too bad either. It's nothing special, but just the basic goods are also useful in most cases, like coal and iron. Mostly iron, to be honest, not much coal. Eventually rubber will appear here as well. How much peasants are left? Not that many. So maybe going for Philippines with probably a ton of peasants, I assume, right? Yeah, a few million. Yeah, so that will be actually a fair amount of infamy. I guess it's all about the population numbers. 22 is actually a bit too much. I really worry about the United States or Austria joining. Yeah, let's go for Uruguay. I think it's the safest case, and they might even just straight up accept. They didn't. And it is fairly likely that someone will join. But we'll see. Little by little. Rubber barons. Of Catholic Church, okay. Yeah, education access, I guess, fine. Will my puppets be able to handle this on their own? I mean, in theory they should if they just mobilized, especially Peru, Bolivia. They are part of this. Yeah, Brazil did join. But that's not too bad. I can... Oh, actually, They joined. Said I want... Oof. Yeah, 82 infamy. It's a bit rough, even for me. Could just make them pay me a bit money. Because I can beat them up pretty easily, I'm pretty sure. Let's... where's the 4th Spanish army? They're over here. Let's move them to actual Spain proper. Let's leave a few troops over here just to work as a defensive force. And all of those guys are going in here and are going to be fighting Brazil. Actually, no, you guys are going over here. And Germany joined as well. Of course, and they want to ban slavery in the Philippines, which I've been sure. Also, Uruguay doesn't want independence, so even if they win, they will stay where they are. Great Britain wants some states, and that is one thing I'm not willing to give them. Yeah, it looks like at this point so many people are against me that even going for any wars is going to be a bit troublesome. You guys should mobilize. And what the hell? Oh, this army is just moving. What I'm thinking about is I should probably mobilize some people as well. It's going to be not quite enough. Yeah, because I might be needing those troops eventually. And for the time being, this current deficit is fine because I can always just stop construction. My one advantage is my fleet should be stronger than the German one. Well, maybe not actually. They have 53 and they have 58 over here. It's not quite though. Yeah, it is going to be increasing fairly quickly. Let's move this one ship over here as well. And currently my only war goal is on Uruguay, so I only need to take one state. Which does make things fairly easy. Do I want to go for the Amazonian states? And Brazil is going to be looking really weird if I do this, which is my main issue. It's not that much population. Nah, I just wait. Set the war goal here. Hopefully AI will actually go for it. How did they sway Germany? Yeah, and Germany is moving their troops. I mean, maybe I could sneak out a landing on them. If they're moving their entire army, then I will. Wait, where are you guys going? Nowhere. Ah, it's just some other army. It's just showing the entire route they're going. Let's see, where are their fleets? Yeah, I guess I'll move them there for the time being. Their general should be coming soon. Are you guys at the front? No. And I mean, the thing is, Germany should be getting tired of fighting pretty quickly. Yeah, if they're moving their entire army to America, then I will just naval invade them. Or even just move my troops. You're industrialist. Yeah, why not? Let's promote you. And armed forces, yeah. You guys are not in power anyway, so that's fine. Maybe I just defend. Yeah, there's a ton of Germans here. Let's switch to defense for the time being and see how battles look. I assume Germany is way stronger than me when it comes to actual fighting. Let's move them to this army. They might even have... Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they have trench troops already. No, thankfully they don't. They have the same types of units, so that's alright. Okay, let's see how battles go. They are pushing, unfortunately, and they're trying to make a landing in Galicia, which I actually don't think should work out for them. Let's try to fight them in the seas as well. Probably should also level up one of those guys, just because it's close to the limit. You guys are not attacking, right? You are. Please stop. Okay, so basically the plan is to have Germany get out of the war. I mean, I would quite happily accept this. I really don't care about slavery in the Philippines. In fact, I would remove it myself. Yeah, my allies are actually trying to push, which is not going to be working out. We are winning some battles at least. Yeah, the numbers of troops on the front line just went down by 100,000 for both sides pretty damn quickly. It's additional 35,000 of my guys. It still won't be enough, to be honest. Yeah, they're trying to naval invade, but that's not quite working out. On the naval side, oh yeah, it was just my puppets. Yeah, my actual fleet seems to be doing alright. Wait, what's your issue? Low organization. Oh, because the army that was traveling had low organization, I guess, and it took the average. It's kind of annoying. One of my puppets apparently did manage to take a win in here. And in here, which is annoying because that's the two places that I have really not that much importance for this war. It's okay, fine. We are at least defending fairly successfully. Not as much over here because of my low organization. This is going up very slowly. Only minus 10% defense, actually, that's not too bad. Oh yeah, 2k against 11k, that's probably not gonna work out. Okay, it was my puppets again? Yeah, because my fleet on paper is bigger here. Can separate additional, let's say 30k. Maybe the general? Let's take this guy. Let's add a few more. And move them to the northern front. So that's the 4th Spanish army. Yeah, let's make sure this guy is going to be on defensive as well. The Germans actually mobilized their entire army. Yeah, every unit they had. There's only 7k troops left in Germany. Though it looks like for the most part the defensive strategy is working out. We are holding the line fairly successfully. A bit less over here, but which is the war goal? This is the war goal for Brazilians, but it's actually not part of Spain, so this will have really not that much relevance for the war. The most important fact is I'm losing war support slower than Germany and Brazil. Okay, so apparently now it's one front. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because this changes the strategic considerations significantly when two fronts in two places, fairly distant places, become one like this. And now my armies have actually go around. Their armies are also going the long way for some reason. But yeah, this changes things significantly. I mean, it's better for me most likely in the end, but yeah, hard to predict things when they are happening like this. I'm switching now to construction of rubber plantations. Still doing alright on money. Yes, not that much private construction. At this point I would expect them to be like at least 10. And they're just not able to invest enough. Rubber rush again. Sweet, so much rubber. It's like 2 armies. And they are actually arriving from the sea. I'm arrival with United States, that's actually fine. This naval battle is going to be victory for my navy, for a chance. I still do have convoys despite actually not that much raiding happening currently, which is really good. Okay, now I have the numbers advantage. Pretty secure. Germans are losing a ton of war exhaustion. The Uruguay war exhaustion is actually plummeting. What? Total enemy. Did I didn't manage to occupy you. Did I? So total enemy occupation, but it can go down because I have no occupation? Sure, fine. Yeah, I only lost 80. My casualty is actually way smaller than the German ones. Though this also, like Argentina actually lost very similar numbers to me. Peru lost way more, but they are attacking. Even Venezuela and New Granada, sorry, lost similar numbers to me, which is making them spread around and makes the war exhaustion increase much smaller. Yeah, this is going to be an easy victory. Like, my puppets are actually just pushing. Probably should go for at least to take the... no, actually not all of them. Peru is defending. Oh, this is a silly event. Yeah, so you can gain assimilation, but the pops who are discriminated will not actually be assimilated. For the most part, though North Italian pops will, because they don't have any homelands. No, if they're not accepted, they won't be anyway. There's really no reason to go for it, except for the interest groups liking you more or less. Do promotion, whatever. Those people die eventually anyways, so that's fine. If my puppets could just take Uruguay, that would be sweet, if I didn't have to go on the offensive myself. Probably would require a few more battles. Yeah, let's make sure to kick out the German fleet. Wait. My units are fighting in an attack? Oh yeah, that's one of those things that I... Where's that switch? Should be a button whether you allow or not allow your units to be part of attacks, but I'm not sure where is it. Yeah, let's go for this. Yeah, I think there's going to be quite a few important wars in the nearby future, so I should go for trench infantry. Well, I'm winning, so that's good. Actually, the German quality is not that high, and I'm surprised we're winning when fighting against enemy with almost twice the defense, but also with twice the numbers. So yeah, you guys don't really matter that much. Okay, things are getting done. Just one more battle here, I guess. Almost 500,000 casualties for Germany, and less than 100k for me. That's pretty good KD ratio. Though of course, yeah, Argentina is Peru, Bolivia, pretty significant losses. Chile is just, yeah, they are chilling, but they also don't have any army. What? Well, thanks for your participation, guys, I guess. I'm not even working that hard on annexations. No. I guess that's fine. On colonization, I guess, not really annexation. Depends on how you interpret it. There's not really that much change when it comes to my political situation. Maybe I could go for this, so intelligentsia would support this, at least the right of assembly, so we could remove the -10% technology spread, though that would also weaken my bolstering of trade unions, though it doesn't seem to have that much effect. Can I get any interesting agitators? Actually, I have only 2 and they both suck, so yeah, no. Actually not. There's less opposition to oligarchy now. Yeah, intelligentsia is getting weaker. They would really dislike this. So forcing this through might not be that easy. It's probably for the best for my current situation. And this... oh yeah, because those two got occupied. This... what? Mindanao, Luzon... they navally invaded Philippines. Which, I mean, sure, but also... you guys are about to leave this war, so... also give... yeah. The interest parties are not actually willing to accept. Yeah, they don't... currently they don't have any troops because they're just running aloud like headless chickens. They also don't really have that many troops, that much manpower in those battalions. Yeah, it's going to be over pretty damn soon. Germany might actually capitulate in... yeah, next week actually. 25% radical population. I guess my situation is not that bad in the grand scheme of things. Yep, Germans are out, which means Philippines are free again, and there's really not that many problems left. Brazil on its own is really not much of a problem. Now it took way more time just to annex the tiny little Uruguay. It is 4 million GDP, so it's not nothing. But it is a bit annoying. Actually, yeah, property woman would be really nice. It says it's minus 12. Yeah, I guess it comes up to 12. 6% Catholic Church, that shouldn't really matter that much. And workforce ratio increasing should be my priority currently, I suppose. So I managed to get this thing done. Oh yeah, actually I'm not... Brazil is not out of this war for some reason. Yeah, I do accept white peace. So how people are looking at... Yeah, that didn't help. Austria hates me so much currently. Over here. Yeah, I need to, I guess, just suck up to some people. Actually, Austria... Russia doesn't matter that much. Yeah, this should make things slightly better. Especially Austria. Austria likes me the least out of everyone, basically. Which is very annoying. Still losing more money than I would like. I'm almost done with all those rubber plantations. Yeah, for the time being, throughput of oil really doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't like losing education access. That's why the Catholic Church is annoying. They're almost out of being influential, but that's almost is still way too far. I have zero infamy. I don't really like this position. Maybe I should annex Peru, Bolivia. Actually, yeah, only Brazil, Netherlands, or the United States might join. They wouldn't really like me that much less. And I'm pretty sure I could take all of them pretty easily. So it would be a significant boost to my GDP and population. We were number 5 actually. So, I mean, ahead of Russia, but quite far behind France still. I wonder how much of it is from their colonies. Actually, no. Looks like the majority of their GDP is in their mainland. How much Paris is? Only 4 million. Okay, so this is the most developed part of France, or maybe Aquitaine as well. Yeah, this is quite random. 9 million in French Low Countries. I guess just based by population. Yeah, as usual, the most important thing to look at in Victoria Free is population, and it describes everything in at least in long-term perspective. Okay, let's go for Peru, Bolivia. If the United States join, then maybe I can think about doing something against them. And France might join as well. Yeah, they actually would be quite... They're almost willing to join just because... Oh yeah, I was supposed to stop being allied with Portugal and... Austrian market? Why don't you join mine instead? Yeah, I really don't care about the Catholic Church. They haven't even joined the movement against it. I'm not exactly sure why. But yeah, how about you guys join my... Oh, you actually would if I gave you an obligation. So yeah, let's try it. Yay! For us owing them an obligation. Sure! And hopefully this will make United States less willing to join. It's just Netherlands. If it's just Netherlands, I could make them give me this part. It's Dutch Guyana, right? Yeah, I mean 500,000 population. Mostly Dutch people. Inner Morocco? Oh yeah, West Sahara. This would be one war done that I eventually need to do to conquer all of South America. And with French support it will be real easy. I don't think anyone else is joining. So yeah, let's try it. I don't think I even need that many troops. Really. Wait, 46. Yeah, so this army needs a bit more infantry. And also I need to upgrade my cannons apparently. Camera unlocked. Nice. And also ideally, yeah, this general can join the 6th army. Mobilize and let's join here. Let's make sure they will be all actually attacking. I think there's an event, yeah. Wild Wells. Sure, I don't like making the industrialists like me less. Yeah, whatever. The last monarchist. Yeah, monarchy is probably not coming back. Is France actually moving their troops? Oh yeah, they are. I mean, Peru, Bolivia does have actually not insignificant number, but at the same time not a threatening number. Wait, though I only hope my guys actually make it to the front before the war starts. And actually no, the French made it. There's Argentinians as well. Yeah, mostly French actually. Probably should have moved my troops in advance at least a little bit. Yeah, my puppets are not really that helpful. You guys should be attacking. Make sure you control the French, the Dutch Guyana. I don't have any troops in here mobilized. I will be able to mobilize them really quickly though, because they are actual professional troops. So it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Yeah, producing throughput for the time being. Cultural exclusion, now that's interesting. Because that would allow, for example, the Dutch or the Italians to be accepted. That actually wouldn't be too bad. But we'll see if the actual movement spawns that has decent support. I'm still surprised the Catholic Church really did nothing. Okay, 16% support. And suddenly all of those guys are running around somewhere. Did the Netherlands actually send their army? 25. Yeah, it looks like they sent most of it. Black gold, black money. Money from old what money from old companies? Yeah, who's this guy? It's some kind of general. I really don't want to be losing legitimacy. Yeah, this is sometimes those, like in Fluff, we must make an example of all parties in the scandal, and elected official abusing his position is a severe crime. It's kind of the same stance, but it affects... Oh, it's because with this we are punishing also the private companies, and here we are letting them off. Okay, in this case I guess that's fine. And this guy retired, so possibly I can get someone better for training units. They are actually... Yeah, they have 2.4, so they're halfway to becoming relevant. Not that easy. Which army is it? This one. Probably should just move a general there, since it's really not... there's not that much pressure on me currently. Winning this war either way. So let's just get one guy here. He might not even arrive before the war is going to be pretty much over, but let him have a bit of adventure. Yeah, I actually want to increase the petite bourgeoisie for the time being. If I could get the elected bureaucrats, that would be perfect. France is occupying this region. Okay, well, whatever you say. Really not that many casualties, man. That's pretty nice. Hopefully I get occupation of this state before they conquer this one, because otherwise it's going to be very annoying. And no, it is very annoying, as I expected. Luckily no enemy armies are moving in here, and someone from... My guys just decided to leave this front and move to this one. Okay, fine, whatever. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to wars. Just what? It's not anyone from this front, which was what created this one. It was guys from the other side of the... What? I mean, at least someone will get it done. Yeah, I'm really not losing that many people. I'm actually kind of surprised. There's less and less of my puppets actually participating. I guess it's the French troops taking the brunt of things. So yeah, thanks France. Now you guys actually can move over here. Yeah, split states. It's the bane of the warfare system in this game. And yeah, the one issue that Peru-Bolivian army has, it's they don't have deep manpower reserves, though also running around and not really fighting at the front lines is not really helping. Yeah, my armies actually have trouble catching up to the front line at this point. Okay, it's somehow it's... yeah, I guess it makes sense. It's not a single front line just yet. This might be actually useful, vacuum packaging, and I certainly do have enough oil for it, so probably for the best to switch to this one. Once I get Peru, Bolivia, and the next time I will go through the production methods yet again and switch it all to something decent. Do I have any peasants still? Well, I do. And how about Peru, Bolivia? Not that many, to be honest, so probably it won't be a significant increase. I mean, making them like me more is fine, to be honest, so not against the rural folk liking me more, as long as they don't gain much more power. And the Agrarian Party is losing a bit of power. Yeah, they got a much less popular leader, so that makes sense. They still have a huge momentum. Yes, that was significant gain of provinces. Very, very significant. So now that would be good to use this button. Oh, I didn't incorporate Paraguay in the end, and Ecuador because they revolted. Yeah, so I'm actually going to be quite significantly short on bureaucracy from what I see. Yeah, let's just stick it up everywhere. Most of those states are not that significant in population from what I see, but few are. And now I'm in quite significant debt when it comes to this thing, so better do something about it. Uruguay needs quite a bit more. So yeah, with this it should be enough, and I really want you guys to focus on this. Don't want those barracks. This stuff is fine. And yeah, my debt is still increasing. I mean, my credit is increasing as well, to be honest, so it's not as much of an issue, but okay, let's do all the clicking. This seems fine. Partisans. Yeah, I mean, weakening those guys, or weakening the church or the rural folk. Who would I hate more? I mean, if I could remove the church, that would be ideal. And this actually might be possible with a decent election. We'll see. Yeah, I'm still apparently at war with the Dutch. Diego is new president, and he's from petite bourgeoisie. Yeah, not actually that much change. The rural folk are back down where they used to be. Yeah, at least the petite bourgeoisie president, who actually only has positive traits. How sweet for a change. Yeah. It's finally someone who doesn't have additional tax waste thing. Apparently this is a front line. Well, whatever. The war is probably going to end in just a few more weeks, months. I didn't even mobilize most of my army anyways. Yeah, just get back to clicking. Another debate. You guys should be finishing it quickly. My standard of living is starting to increase. How am I looking on the global scale? Not too bad. I'm right behind Germany at least, so not too bad. Almost 100 million GDP already, which means closer and closer to France. Yeah, I want to finish this age of military and get at least trench works. And probably also training methods streamlining as well. Siege artillery is nice, but you need radios for this, so it's quite difficult to rush it. I don't think there's anything else I really want to get quickly. Maybe this, but it's already being researched on its own, so that's fine. So yeah, I think focusing military for the time being is going to be a good decision. No. Some more quick clicking. Maybe I should start thinking about automation actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. I think I should have enough engines. How many? It's going to be 100. It's not too many. Okay, this law passed. I keep clicking with my keyboard, so I missed this pop-up. That's the annoying part. If you keep clicking too fast, you're going to miss some stuff as well. Maybe it's time to start thinking about at least some automation. Let me just finish this clicking and look at the situation, how many peasants are there in total and so on. And also there's still an option to annex Philippines, and they have a ton of peasants. That would be something to focus my construction for the time being. More gold mines. Actually, I will need to check if there's any more gold mines available anywhere. That might be very useful. Okay. If there's a better way to do this, then please let me know, but I don't think there is. Like, even if you have the other view with smaller icons, at the end of the day you just have to switch all of those production methods. And I mean, in some cases like this is very important when they're using the one with clippers or the one with steamships. That makes a huge difference. Okay, that should be almost all of them. And the AI only needs control of your states for like just a second to start switching everything all around. Okay, so let's look at those peasants. Actually, no, almost 2 million peasants. So let's wait a second with that, and probably maybe cultural exclusion? Who opposes this one? Petite bourgeoisie. But they will not hate me. Church will hate me, but I don't care about them. Apparently they're not even keen on joining movements against me. I will gain 1.5 million loyalists from this as well. Oh, and Guyana is mine as well. And actually having the addition of those more accepted pops, like currently the Dutch are being discriminated. But if I switch their culture law, they wouldn't be anymore, so probably racial segregation would be just good enough, but well, that's fine. Just look at those loyalists. I am losing the bonus from Petite Bourgeoisie that gave me additional bureaucracy. This is actually a bit painful. Oh yeah, and all of that stuff in. I need to switch all of those production methods as well. Why were building just clippers? I don't think this is a better way to do this thing, but it's fine. So I don't have to check everything. Just no production methods in here. Wait, what? Two Sicilies and Sardinia Piedmont are supporting Tripolitania against Great Britain, who are going for Libya and Tripoli. Yeah, guys, I don't think you're fighting against Great Britain. I'm not even sure why you're joining. Why you guys love Tripolitania so much? Oh, you are part of the same market. Okay, that makes sense. Also, yeah, I was about to say that I need to change my relations with Portugal. Currently, Great Britain would accept a defensive path with me if I gave them an obligation. That's interesting. So move this, and they will accept the defensive pact, so that's nice. Great Britain would accept an alliance, but ideally I would want them to accept an defensive pact just so they like me. If I have defensive pact with both France and Great Britain, that's pretty nice. It's a pretty good position to be in. Because that means at least they won't be joining against me. And yeah, they accepted. Nice. And Portugal is part of my market, which means they're pretty much in my sphere of influence. Portugal has a ton of defensive pacts. Almost none of them are relevant except the one with me, but good for them. And Brazil has a defensive pact with Germany. Okay, that's interesting. How about Mexico? No, Mexico only hates me. That's their their only position on anything. I was changing the things in Guyana. Okay, it's looking alright. Ah, courage. And this is getting a good roll for the start. There's a movement against it from the church, but they're also not revolting for the time being, so that's alright. A guy showed up for national supremacy, which is something that's going to be removed quite soon. I really have no use for you. And yeah, there's actually, hopefully this change of law will give me more useful agitators. That's the hope, at least. I think I need, yeah, I definitely need more administration, actually. And Portugal against you uprising. Sure, right? Because that's just... yeah. I mean, it shouldn't be much of an issue. You guys 100% could do this on your own, but... okay. And obligation removed. That's at least good. What was... oh yeah, I need more administration, of course. And make it... actually, I don't need to make this priority, not really. I am lacking lead, apparently, so that's something to focus at least a little bit. There's some peasants over here in Jujuy, whatever this is. Probably somewhere in America. Yep. This law is going fast. I mean, that's great. Oil. Not much use for oil still, but... are you guys going... hopefully you guys are going to be going for a naval invasion yourself. Because I'm not really going to be able to... I mean, I could help you. I even have Philippines right here. Maybe even Philippines will just do something on their own. Those guys have no troops, actually, so... they have 500 recruitment, so... they have 0 GDP. How, actually? Oh, I guess they have shortage of everything. Even grain. Is Portugal actually moving some troops over there? You guys do have an army, right? Barely. Okay, sure. I'll do it. I'm paying for my fleets anyways, so let's give them something to do. This thing still has a ton of turmoil. Yeah, vast majority of my radicals are in recently annexed territories. There's actually almost no radicals in Spain proper. Yeah, I guess adding more support to this would be nice, because This could mean I get a few more loyalists. Didn't really end up working out that way, which is unfortunate. This guy is from the rural folk, but actually those guys don't really like cultural exclusion. They actually oppose it, from what I recall. Right? Or I guess no, they don't really care. I mean, this guy is reformer, so that's why, but still I'm a bit surprised. Trade route removed. Ammunition trade to Spanish market. From where? I think it's somewhere in Indonesia, right? Maybe Brunei? Yeah. Oh, they are having some issues. Yeah, I mean, right now there is this quite significant stall chance, but it's working out pretty sweet for the time being. Not that many issues. Man of Wars. Oh, there's the market access. Is something I need to work out. There's, if I can get them ports, let's just get them ports. Probably better than just certainly cheaper than getting railway when it comes to construction cost. And getting more convoys is always nice as well. I mean, just the port connections cost 6k, and I'm actually doing a ton of trading. And advance, nice. 1% of Spanish popes in Spain. Sure. Always could use more loyalists. Yeah, the loyalist situation is working. If I wasn't annexing so much stuff, I would be probably just almost 100% loyalists. And we'll see how many more agitators I will have available once this passes. Probably quite a few. Yeah, this will solve my problems with lead, but still the engines actually are a problem. And it's just all in my own market. So Amazonian secession, which is going to be really irrelevant. Sure. My guys are going to Brazil. Who's revolting? Oh, this war was over? Yeah, I guess it was. Let's make sure my fleet are actually in a position where they can do something. Probably in the Caribbeans would be their best location for them. And yeah, you guys don't have the numbers. And that was super quick, to be honest. How many generals do I have? I have 2, 5. Yeah, at this point I probably could get a few more. I don't really like this choice. Okay, never mind. I'm moving one of my other generals. Political movement disbanded. South China interest activated. How? Because I'm there? Huh? I am not quite sure I follow. Portugal is... They're only in the customs union with me. And it counts as being present? Okay, sure. I'm actually getting quite close to bankruptcy, though probably should think about stopping construction for a little bit. My GDP is catching up to France. And there's not that many peasants left, so private construction should be probably enough. They are starting to build 8 buildings at once. That's decent. A petition. Okay, sure, corporatism. And you guys now want racial segregation. We've just changed this law. they're going to get really pissy about this. Trade unions support restricted child labor, and I don't think it's that bad of an idea, to be honest. Trade unions are at 3.4%, so they are increasing in their power. I'm getting more education. I really think more education will give me more trade unions. I think that's how it works, right? The more literacy there is, the more pops actually become politically active, and because the vast majority of laborers and like machinists are trade unions, either way there will be increasing their 60%, 55% laborers, 20% machinists. Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. And you guys will have to continue to suck it up. This guy is just supporting everyone except his own group. Fine, whatever. There's still a ton of things my market. Yeah, fertilizer, engines, even ironclads. Coal is a bit too expensive, at least I think. There's in theory a ton of stuff to do. Government construction is almost finished, so my income is actually increasing because I'm not funding all of it, and the private industry is not really managing to do their own part. Investment pool is not what I would want to be. But yeah, there's too much debt at this point. I'm paying 30k interest, which is not that much, but it is starting to become problematic. I was about to ask, when is this war starting? Apparently now. Preserve child labor allowed. This is actually 48% stall. That's quite significant. But yeah, that's because industrialists are supporting it. They still like me. Actually, if I could get them in government, they would probably like me enough to political dysfunction. They would probably like me enough to leave the movement. They would still oppose it because they're in the government, but at least it would be 29% instead of 48 install. Let's try it and see how it goes. And yeah, they did leave this. Oh yeah, but the movement still exists, unfortunately, and they are able to oppose it from the government, so this actually doesn't change anything. Which is unfortunate. Yeah, let's just switch to best legitimacy. Maybe next I will start thinking about getting some style, but this is absolutely fine. 10% more success. Think about getting those oligarchy in place. Also, after finishing this, maybe it will be finally time to go for Mexico. They actually apparently have a better attitude towards me, because America also hates them. So probably hating both your biggest neighbors, actually your not your only neighbors, they're also Great Britain. Are you guys even colonizing? You do have frontier colonization, and you do have frontier colonization, but now you are colonizing, just not that much. Yeah, Chile is doing something in the, how is it called? Fire? Araucania, okay, and then Patagonia as well. They're just doing it very, very slowly. Okay, let's see what I can do against Mexico. So, Mosquito Kingdom, which I don't really care about. Austria, almost for sure. How strong is Austria at this point? 90 ships, which is less than I do have, and 267 battalions, which is less than I do have. Mexico has 100, but they're probably not that great. Yeah, I think fighting them is doable. Oh yeah, my literacy is probably decreasing because all the annexations. They didn't have the institution beforehand. Though I am very quickly incorporating all of those places. Of course, good thing I actually bothered to look and reset all of this. Wait, did I miss one? Yes. So my income is actually going to be, for the next 3 years, increasing quite rapidly because of all new people paying taxes. Oh, this one doesn't have a homeland for any of the Spanish culture groups. So this one is going to be taking 20 years. But also there's barely anyone living here. Oof, sucks for them. I should just build a few rubber buildings here, I guess. And oil. So you guys have some work. It's going to be quite painful because the construction efficiency is almost zero because of the rainforest and turmoil, but things I do for my people. Yeah, this actually might be a bit too expensive. Not much point for government administration there. Okay, maybe I will remove a few of those. Just get it done in one set. I don't have actually. Yeah, Ecuador is suffering, but why? Yeah, let's try it. North Germany is probably not going to join. They actually like me. Russia might. And they are quite strong, but I think they're probably behind on technology. They do have professional army, unfortunately, but also traditionalism, serfdom, yeah, they still have some issues. I think it's going to be fine. Austria is almost guaranteed to join. But even then, I might be able to get either France or Great Britain to join. Get... Where's Pastaza? I think it's one of those Amazonian states. Yeah, they do have some issues with hunger, unfortunately. So let's have Philippines help them. Okay, so first thing first, let's see who will join this war. And yeah, I can try to sway either France or Great Britain. That's Russia is declaring rivalry. That might mean they will be willing to join, but they do have interest here. Still doesn't look like it's certain. Yeah, Austria, that's fine. And Russia, of course. France would want a state, they want Spanish Guiana. Which actually might not be the worst thing. Navarra, no thanks. Yeah, both Russia and Austria. That's a bit problematic. Who's stronger, Great Britain or France at this point? well, in total Great Britain, but let's see what I can offer Great Britain. They want Eastern Andalusia, so Gibraltar basically, and no. Okay, let's switch over this Guyana to France. Okay, which honestly this should be pretty okay. They don't have a direct border, so I will move my biggest army towards Mexico. Let's get an... those generals suck. You can get one with minus 40 health, but he's also not that great. And as I said, he probably wouldn't even die that fast. Let's, I guess, get this guy, promote guys who are already here. Armed forces, yeah. So this is going to be the main invasion force. I want to keep those guys in Spain. Have them recruit some conscripts. Everyone is Catholic Church apparently. Let's take the wounded guy. And the petit bourgeoisie guy. And also I would like to have an army that would be defending possible invasions in the Americas. Join this stack. And let's move this guy here, and maybe they will be doing some naval invasions if it's needed. Yeah, I will be earning money as soon as those constructions are done. This is one of the last major... Well, there will be some direct wars against great powers and also Brazil potentially. Let's get some better fertilizer, though I am already missing fertilizer, so I'm not sure if I can afford it, to be honest. Yeah, it will double my required fertilizer, and I don't have that much already. So it probably has to wait a little bit. Let's move my fleet maybe to Austria and see if I can bully them a little bit. Yeah, you guys should be mobilized. And you guys are not doing anything, so please start doing something. This will be also mobilized. How about you guys also join this smallest army? It'd actually be useful. Hopefully I don't go... Now I have almost 15 million left credits, so it should be fine. Mexico is not moving any troops towards our common border? What? I mean, neither Russia nor Austria has moved anyone yet, and the war is started already. So, what's your guys? I assume you guys do have a plan, right? Maybe not quite. Of course, they have to instantly create a separate front. Okay, let's move some of those here, some of those here. Still not ideal. Okay, thank you. Instantly creating double front lines. Now they're moving towards me, which is a bit late. Some Russians are going through Siberia, and yeah, this entire Austrian army is going to America right now, but it's a bit too late, guys. If I knew you guys are not going to be fighting, then I wouldn't be inviting France in, but especially since I gave them a whole province. This one is annoying, but at least no loss in success chance. Still 50%, but I'm not really great with coin tosses, unfortunately. Something I found out already. Okay, now you guys can move over here. I'm gonna keep you separate because God knows AI is going to create another double front line somewhere. Where are they invading? They're invading Spain. That's not going to work out. I'm apparently invading Mexico's convoys, not Austrians. Okay, let's switch to this one and maybe... no, they gave up. Now they're trying to invade France, but that's also not going to work out. Pretty sure. Oh my god, so many Austrians and Russians. The French are only now showing up. The capital is over here, right? Yeah, so there's actually quite ways away. Let's see, Austria has no troops in the area, so time to do something sneaky. This guy has 60 available, so let's give him a decent amount of troops. And start a naval invasion. And let's go over here so I don't have to do any micro. Wait, Bavaria is fighting Germany. Oh, so I'm going to make them a protectorate, and Austria is not doing anything about it? Yeah, it's an actual war. And they are part of Austrian market, but they prefer to be fighting for Mexico, apparently. We're still pushing. French troops should be coming in to support me as well with more and more numbers. And it's Russians going back. No, what? There are some speedy guys going around. Yeah, that's not like how I'm supposed to be interpreting what's happening right now. This game, man. Sometimes I just don't understand what's going on, and that's my problem. Hell on earth. Yeah, 11 throughput in one place. It's not really that relevant. You guys are invading, right? No progress, apparently. Why? Oh, because we are not winning naval battles? I guess. And in the meantime, Austria managed to show up. Fine. Who's actually in here? Mostly Austrians, some Russians and Mexicans. We do have an advantage. We are not really pushing as much as I would hope. And I'm not making money despite not having any construction, so that's also not ideal. Yeah, at this point it's probably not, the naval invasion is probably not going to work out. We have no admiral? What? Oh, because they don't have interception. Fine. Maybe it is my fault. How are the Austrians doing? They are very happy to continue fighting for the time being. Russians even more. Oh yeah, the Austrians are going to be getting out of this war first, so that's good. Maybe I should try landing on Crimea instead. Yeah, this doesn't look like it's going to work out. Let's try Crimea instead. Yeah, we are defending, but we're not pushing. 80 defense, that's not bad. Do they have trench? No, they don't have trench infantry yet. Mass immigration from Germany to Zulia. Well, which part of South America is it? What is this? Oh, this is this one. Rubber barons. Sure, whatever. Germans are showing up over here, not in great numbers, though there's a lot of immigrants all over, like Welsh, Greeks, Franco-Canadians in Venezuela. Okay. Let's see if this naval landing is more successful. Unfortunately, no. Russians moved a good amount of the troops, though there's now no Austrians. Let's try another switch. If I can click on them. Almost got restricted child labor. Good, good, good. They actually, probably some of the troops moved away to somewhere. Albanians coming to Western Andalusia, okay. Okay, we are doing a little bit of pushing right now, at least. The French are also navally invading Austria. And Russians are, and Austrians are navally invading France. But France has even more troops in their mainland than I do. So I think they have two like strategic regions in here, so the southern one is not as defended. Yeah, 35k only. But they do have a fleet defending. How are my trade unions doing? They stand a chance? I mean, they are getting there, almost 4%. It's just 1 more percent they need. They started from 1.5 at the beginning of this session, so they're actually getting there. Yeah, it's the navy that's blocking us. We are kicking their ass slowly. There's a ton of Austrians showing up, probably from all this fighting. But looks like the French left me or something. Because we are no longer doing that well in here. Yeah, I really don't want to liberate Venezuela or Cuba. I don't mind banning slavery. But that's good, because that gives me an opportunity to perhaps... Oh yeah, they would actually be cool with it. No, white peace is not something I want. Yeah, Austria has almost... Yeah, Austria is almost out of this war. It's just like a few more weeks. And I think they're doing the majority of fighting. Not the majority, but I mean a significant part. Polish uprising, which is not going to do anything. But if they're out of this is going to certainly change the balance on the Mexican front. What are those tiny stacks doing all over the place? Oh, it's conscripts for some reason that stayed. Not nearly as much advantage as I would hope we would get from this. But also that means that there's a possibility of me doing a naval invasion on Russia. and just trying to distract them even more. It's going to be quite a while before they're out. A new party showed up. Trade unions are influential! Yes! They actually made it. Bastards, they actually made it, and rural folk are pretty much out. They lost. Wow, the crowd just plummeted. They're almost out. Armed forces are in as well. And Catholic Church skyrocketed to. What happened? Yeah, I think we need the elections. Yeah, because those parties joined, it pretty much reset to not having any votes or something. Oh, because some parties got deleted and now petite bourgeoisie and intelligentsia lost all their clout from votes. Yeah, and now this one is huge party. Okay, sure, let's have those guys as my party. Which, actually, yeah, still should be fine for my law. A lot of. Oh my god, all those messages. Can I get Russia to leave this war, please? In theory, they will leave before France because they have loans, 34 size of loans. France doesn't, so that's good news. Raising concerns. I am not as much concerned, but bonus to military would be fine. Polish uprising. They actually have a decent amount of troops for an uprising, but they're still gonna get wrecked by Germany. Yeah, this naval invasion is actually not doing that well, but it is occupying a ton of Russian troops. France is... A lot of people are now doing migrations to me for some reason. And yeah, Russia is moving away. Can we start pushing, please? Yeah, we have 3-1 advantage right now. So, pretty please. I am losing my war support as well. But the war goals are now on me properly, so I cannot go below 0. So that's pretty nice. Nice change of. Yeah, usually it was when they made the target my puppets, they didn't have to actually occupy them to force me to capitulate. Probably a white peace offer. No. Not when we are finally pushing. And Russia is out as well. All those loans turned out to be a bit of a problem. And now South Germans, my population is probably going to be increasing quite significantly from all those migrations. And the cultural acceptance is going to be quite nice. I might be even switching my religion laws at this point. Let's see. Who's this? Oh, the Democratic Progressive Party. Who are the trade unions? Why aren't they in the? Why aren't they in this election? What? I'm confused. I'm not sure. Do I want them to be stronger or not? Because I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I think I want them weaker. We'll see how it goes. Okay, now Mexicans are just out of it. I have restricted child labor, which is perfect because that means I can get more education. Also, I should build more administration, but I'm also losing money. So I'm not sure if this should... 10 private construction, that's pretty good. catching up to France, who only grew like 10 million when we grew like 30 or 40. Though to be fair, of course, a good chunk of it is just annexations. Oof, that's costly. Still 50% construction. That might be a bit too costly actually, but 10 weeks only should be fine. War is almost over anyway. France might be capitulating as well. No, they will actually make it before, I think. As long as we actually start going for the proper state. Let's see what happens with the trade unions. Like, in theory they should be part of the election. But apparently no, they're out again. And with less clout than they had before. What? That's pretty weird, I have to say. And well, at least the industrialists have a huge clout currently, so maybe I should just go for oligarchy? I can go for whatever I want. Who's the leader of industrialists? A positivist. He actually would like... yeah, he likes anything but universal suffrage. I could go for total separation as well. Just remove the Catholic Church for equation, but they do have 20% clout currently, which is part of the problem. Yeah, they got a ton of votes. They were the second party, actually. Yes, something really weird happened, and I have no clue. Like, rural folk joined the same party as intelligentsia and petite bourgeoisie, and now the whole world is upside down. You know what? The whole voting thing is just not working out for Spain. Let's switch to oligarchy. But yeah, the interesting thing is you cannot have a command economy and any kind of democracy. Which is an interesting take. Yeah, let's switch back to oligarchy as we used to be way back when. And is it over? Yeah, it's over. Might as well just take the rest of it. The Mexican troops are not existent pretty much. Even more rubber, even more oil. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Colonial administration in Congo. What? Ah, well, I guess I do have something in Congo. Okay, you guys are ready to go out? Not quite yet. Yeah, France actually managed to stood by me till the end. And well, they did get something out of it. Which is not something I usually give AIs. Okay, let's start improving those relations. Actually, I need some rivals, looks like it. Yeah, Austria apparently hates me so much, might as well rival them. Maybe Scandinavia, maybe not Russia. If I could make my relationship better with Russia, that would be pretty nice. Not sure if it's going to be possible, but that would be ideal. And my defensive pact with Great Britain is removed. Didn't really notice. Possibly I got a message about it. Oh wait, no, it's still here. What? Oh, okay. But I don't have one with France anymore? I guess not. Sure. Oh, France is a rival of Austria, Russia and Germany. Probably not ideal position. Oh, it just broke. and the trade agreement as well. Okay, I think I'm going to finish this session once I get oligarchy and see if I manage to get trade unions in. Pretty sure they should be in. Okay, survey Panama. That would be probably a pretty good idea. I would need a lot more construction, bureaucracy. But to be honest, I will need it anyway, so probably a good idea. Let's get it all done. I'm actually still making money. And Mexico is loyal already. That's pretty nice of them. Continue expanding my zones of interest. Also something else I wanted to do. Oh yeah, I wanted to check if there's anyone who can reduce autonomy, but apparently not. Could think about maybe annexing someone, but on the other hand I have 50 infamy already, so I'm not in that much of a rush. It's only basically New Granada and the guys in the south left, but the guys in the south have a mission still going on. Very slowly colonizing the southern tip of South America. Yeah, I hope with oligarchy I will have a decent chance of intelligence has been too much to remove them. Decent chance to get the trade unions in power. It should, I think. Yeah, they were so close, but suddenly they just lost all they had. Okay, first success. I mean, there's more than 70% chance for success or advance, but oh wait, I'm a great power. I didn't even notice. It's probably when I was doing the naval build-up, and even then I have only 7th fleet, behind Austria. I could probably afford to get more, but I'm not even sure if I want to. Especially since there are the annoying tags when you cannot always upgrade ships from one type to another, and I would really like to avoid just wasting my time. Okay, more loyalists. That's good. Currently still radicals mostly in annexed regions. At this point mostly in Peru, Bolivia, also on Haiti, some in Guatemala, but they're mostly going away. Venezuela is actually being quite chill. Cuba as well. Agrarianism. Trade unions, what are you doing? Bulgarians now moving in. So do I have any strange, surprisingly numerous cultures? No, those guys are actually the second most populous culture after Spanish. And Spanish is surprisingly numerous. I mean, it's surprising how much difference is between Spain and the second one. Intelligentsia is getting a bit pissed, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. So ideally I would want to get something that's making people more radical. Yeah, he's radical, but not in the ways I want him to be. He's from Petit Bourgeoisie. If I move him, Petit Bourgeoisie will oppose it, so yeah, I have to support the conservative establishment. And he will get plus... either option is not ideal. Let's go for this one. Yeah, because now this guy is more popular. Yeah, the revolution will involve everyone, except the capital and actually bits of the states that are not incorporated yet. Wonder if in 2 weeks they will actually join the revolutionary movement as well. Wouldn't be surprised. Yes, surprisingly. It shows turmoil, but the negatives from turmoil are reduced by police, so that's good. Yeah, they will only revolt pretty much everywhere, but the radicalism is not high enough, so with a bit of luck and 2 or 3 rolls I will get the oligarchy enacted. It's been actually quite a while since I had any revolution going on. I am making quite a bit of money. Yeah, I probably doubled my government income during this session. The GDP is kind of stagnating, though. It's only showing from 85, so it's not exactly... Yeah, the GDP has been going down for a bit at least. Steam trains probably is better. I'd probably wait with steel passenger trains for a bit at least. Oh, better fertilizer, that's I want a lot. And now I can get more of this. Crash the price of grain. Crash the price of grain, because let's see. Maybe I should like try building something that's useful for my economy, like engines. Number 2 producer, and pretty soon to be number 1. This is also boosting my prestige significantly. Yeah, 177 from leading goods producer. Explosives, rubber of course, tobacco of course. Iron, number 2 in oil, only number 2. Oh, gold, I was about to check. Yeah, that's crucial. 10 missing. Oh, god damn it. Get it done. Get it done right now. Stall. Okay, setback wouldn't be too bad. This wouldn't be too bad either, actually. But I will go for a setback. Whatever. I'm still making money just by doing the construction, so that's actually pretty good. And the gold mines are directly going to increase minting, so pretty ideal. Trench works, nice. This guy is a radical, so I don't really want him. If I could remove him, that wouldn't be too bad. Now there's a Republican, which is fine. Okay, let's see. So now I have trench works, probably wargaming. It's pretty good. I could brush dreadnoughts as well. Well, kind of rush. Maybe work a bit on finishing this era of production. Probably I should build some more universities at the point. I have a ton more provinces that have none, I assume. Yeah, let's finish those gold mines and then I will probably switch into universities. If I remember to do this. A Democrat. Now that's something rare. Catholic Church supports mass conscription, which is something that I wouldn't be against having. Would be quite actually doable, but things probably are going to change significantly once oligarchy is enacted, so not much use planning just yet. I don't really need prestige. I mean, actually above Austria in prestige, so not that much of an issue. I have also more than doubled their GDP, so it shouldn't be that surprising actually. Sure. I have almost the highest standard of living out of great powers. That's pretty nice. And getting on the top 10. Just behind Germany. Yeah, things are finally working out. I don't think there's any more... there's a million peasants, but that's actually not that many. Oh yeah, I can start working on Panama Canal. Why is it? Yeah, I have unacceptable government, and I cannot make it better. Is there anyone else who would support oligarchy? No, it's just the industrialist, unfortunately. Sure. Just hope I get 2 more lucky rolls, and that's going to be it. Or reducing movement radicalism is a pretty useful thing to do. And the industrialists love me anyway, so that's fine. You guys... Wait, so I have to upgrade you so I can remove you? Yeah, you know what, let's just... Okay. Yeah, I need to upgrade them to be able to remove them. Sure. Sardinia against Morocco. I'll do the brewing revolution. Okay, sure. And what you guys doing? Just conquering stuff. Okay. Ottoman Empire still doing well, fine comparatively. How's the United States and their GDP per capita? Still very bad. Their population is growing quite... Oh man, that's quite a growth. But still... Yeah, fine. Yeah, I'm very surprised about the United States. They're really not doing that great, and still, well, their fleet is actually huge, which is what is causing them to be so huge in prestige. But their economy is kind of bad. Stall. I guess going for another setback is the best choice. Okay, so twice in a row stall, which is 1 in 4, so 1 in 16 currently. Okay, there's quite a few gold mines being done. Yeah, engine prices is falling down quite nicely. It's pretty good. New production method for arms, and it requires oil, which is just perfect. Feminine order. Really doesn't matter. The landowners support universal suffrage? Sure. Yeah, actually the radicals are increasing quite significantly. I wonder if it's just oh yeah, the government change. I used to be 100% legitimacy. That's a huge penalty when it comes to radicals. Oh, they have issues with hunger still. Well, the situation is improving in those regions actually. Yeah, finally they're not happening on Puerto Rico. I don't want to reduce the approval. Making them more loyal is probably for the best. Yeah, that's probably not going to work out for you guys. How is my market when compared to everyone else? Markets. Spanish market. Still behind Chi, half of French market. Which is, I mean, not that huge. It's just mostly France. Sure. Portugal didn't leave my market just yet because you never know. AIs just go away when you're not looking at them for a second. Inferno Machine. Diego Gil is the it's the Petit bourgeoisie guy. So I wouldn't mind him getting less popular, to be honest. Could I please get a success on this one? Pretty please. And the peasants revolt in Philippines, which they won't be able to do on their own, so just send an army there. Okay, let's see how it goes. 30 more days. Let me actually start some lead mines. Wow, what a war! Hopefully, I wonder if it's going to be incorporated once it's finished. Oh yeah, so advance, that's good. It's actually a pretty sweet one. Minus 15% time as well. Well, I actually do like weakening the church, though they are much stronger than they used to be. And trench thing, yes, 6k progress. Sounds good. Okay, so it's almost 80% success or advance versus stall, which is actually going down. Yep, finished. That's okay. Panama Isthmus. Yeah, I want them to like me. And let's see what else. What do I need? For 9 years, 30k expenses. And they are my vassal, who I can just annex. And probably I will just... Would it count if I own those provinces? I mean, I don't think so. I don't think I need to spend 30k for 9 years if I control those provinces. So I probably will just annex them instead, once I'm finished with all those wars. And now you guys can actually go back here and also demobilize. That's fine. Yeah, you know what? It's actually getting quite late. I think I will pause here. We'll see if this switch to, you know, the workers' class getting to make decisions by their representatives in the oligarchy system will work. Spain is becoming very strong in the global scale of things, which helps that the United States, Germany are not as strong, though France has pretty good game overall. Scandinavia forming is also not that often happening. Russia is only now showing to do some things, but at the same time they actually didn't expand that aggressively in the Central Asia. Oh, what the hell is... Yeah, forgot about this one, but this is also interesting from Great Britain. Their population is probably skyrocketing up. Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah, all the worst border gore is coming from Great Britain. Very unfortunate. Yeah, but having pretty decent relations with Great Britain and France is helping quite a bit. Especially France has helped me. I'm very surprised I haven't lost any war pretty much. There's only been one time when I gave away a province to France. And other than that, I've been doing pretty well on my own. Of course, helps that now there's a decent Spanish army. So 360 battalions. It's less than the great powers, but more than Russia, for example. That's pretty good. Currently, United States have a worse, well, slightly better, very slightly better GDP per capita than Russia, which I'm very not sure how is it happening. I'm very confused, to be honest. They do have laissez-faire, so what? First time I'm seeing United States do so poorly on economy. But yeah, hopefully with the next sessions, finally the trade unions will get into power and maybe I will be able to slowly transition into command economy, which it's proving to be much more of a challenge than I would expect. Do trade unions support it just straight up or only because of their current leader? Now it looks like they support it straight up, which is good. I need someone to support it to be able to get there. Okay, so yeah, GG guys, and see ya in a few days when I continue my Spanish adventure. GG.